Hi-yo, hello, Mrs. Zimbadio here. And I actually started this video off wanting to find a living ship. Well, in order to do that, I needed to earn some Quicksilver. To start that, you can only do it at the Nexus in the Anomaly. So I went to the Nexus to do some missions, earn some Quicksilver, and buy an egg. Then I could start the actual mission of getting my very own living ship. The only thing about the Nexus is, it's meant to be done with other players. Here, we pick a mission. This is the only one offering Quicksilver. Suppressing the suppressors. Hack a Sentinel pillar. Specialist Polo is forever tinkering with the Anomaly's Sentinel suppression field technology and has been struck by inspiration for an additional layer of security. They simply require a few packets of information from a Sentinel pillar. Locate the Sentinel pillar and upload data found therein. Warning: Sentinel forces may respond with extreme hostility. Oh, I also get 5 poly 5. Starting multiplayer mission. You're about to begin a challenging multiplayer mission on your own. Other travelers may join if you wait. Are you sure you want to continue? Sure. So that starts my first actual mission ever in No Man's Sky. As I've always just kind of did my own thing before, building bases, exploring, etc. Never done an expedition, none of that. So hop in the ship and we will be off. Zoom zoom. Actually took me to an entirely new galaxy, the Yadano system in the Euclid galaxy, and apparently I've made first contact with this system in the galaxy too. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump to finding the planet and the Sentinel depot I'm supposed to hack. With it being my first mission, I wasn't 100% sure where exactly to go or what they wanted me to do, besides just arriving at the pillar. But reading is fundamental. As when editing the videos, I noticed the instructions in the bottom right corner of the screen that would pop up in between the many other messages I had going on at the time. But I never would really see it because I had so many popping up. They weren't all related to this current mission. So yeah. I eventually do find the pillar at a place called Kagrov. I'm pronouncing that right. Kagrov. Again, first contact to be made. This is moi. Eventually, I do realize I need to destroy these depots right here, these little these mini towers around the big, large pillar, so that I can hack into it. But I also know it's easier with my ship as my weapon. My multi-tool wasn't as strong at the time, especially with those big mechs walking around. Yeah, that big one, top left. My multi-tool weapon was just no match at the time. Neither was my exosuit shield. So, I thought about it long and hard. I was like, can I really make this happen on my own? Make this happen on my own? Nah. So, ship it is. This inevitably brought Sentinel ships after me instead of just the standard ground Sentinels. Originally, I tried to ignore them to complete the mission, figuring I'd just take the damage, repair myself later. And for a while, this kind of worked. I was even able to land. After destroying the weapon depots, of course. However, I was still not able to hack into the pillar. I realized I had to destroy the Sentinel ships that were flying around, and so a brief starship battle ensued. No biggie. And after handling some lightweight, I once again returned to the Sentinel pillar, thinking I can now hack the terminal. No problem. Ha! No go. I then realized the battle I was not prepared for, and why I was warned of a challenging multiplayer task I was attempting on my own by the Nexus, was ultimately the battle I had to have to hack the tower. Well, yeah, I got mad and decided these ships were coming from somewhere. And you know what? I was going to destroy that somewhere since I couldn't complete my team player mission solo dolo. This ultimately led me down a whole other path that became the ultimate purpose of this video. I decided to attack what I call the Sentinel mothership, but it's really just a Sentinel capital ship. I came in swinging. I had wasted all this time down on the surface, fighting starships and getting nowhere, and this capital ship was gonna pay. So, I took out all the turrets, and cannons, and shield generators, and there were plenty of them. I made sure to stay under the shield so my weapons would have a stronger effect upon the ship. Make sure you have plenty of sodium or strong shields. As you notice, I had to recharge multiple times. Just going for some defense turrets here. Then with those defense turrets gone and the generating shields down, I just went to town on the hull and body of the capital ship itself. I must say, it was extremely gratifying to let loose and just constantly shoot at something until it was completely obliterated. Definitely for a fun time. All critically damaged items on my ship were repaired in the end, and they weren't too difficult to find, so again, it's worth it. Definitely worth it. You'll notice the percentage of the hull's integrity in the bottom right corner of the screen actually goes down, so you know how much damage you're doing. And obviously, the more I damage and shoot, the lower that percentage goes until annihilation. %. 5%. 'Bye. And unfortunately, since I was still pretty hyped from the battle and trigger happy, I clicked straight past the most important part, what ultimately became the main mission of the video, collecting the carrier AI fragment. Once in your inventory, you can use this to actually find a Sentinel starship of your own to fly. So join me in my next video as we actually go find the ship and decide, is it better than a living ship? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!